So the history of Dudley Castle goes back to 1071, when the land was gifted to a guy called Ansgulf de Pickney by William the Conqueror after the Norman conquest. And so the first iteration of the castle was a wooden fortress. So it was a motte and bailey design, so it had the fortified keep on top of the motte, which is the artificial hill, and then the bailey, which is like a courtyard area, all fortified again with a curtain wall. But then the Paganel family came along and they owned the property afterwards, and they demolished the wooden fortress and built a stone castle instead. So this is the first iteration of the stone castle. But in 1173, Gervase Paganel owned it, and he actually got into a rebellion. He was rebelling against the king at the time, King Henry II. This failed spectacularly, but Gervase didn't actually lose his head. He was able to carry on living in the castle. He had to pay 500 marks and the castle was slighted, which basically means you don't have to tear the whole castle to the ground, but it's basically damaged enough so that it can never be another military stronghold again, so you can't start another rebellion, basically. After the Paganels, the de Summerys took it over in the 1250s, and Ralph de Summery, he decided that he was going to start refortifying it again. It was going to be another military stronghold castle. But this took 70 years to build, so they finally finished the castle in 1321. And at the time, the man of the castle, John de Summery, he didn't actually get to enjoy the finished product for very long because he actually passed away not long afterwards. But apparently, that wasn't such a bad thing for the people that knew John de Summery. He was known as quite a violent, brutish man, and it is rumoured that he also resorted to violent extortion to fund the end of the construction of the castle. So no one was really heartbroken about his death. After John de Summery's death, it passed to his sister Margaret, who was married to a Sutton, so it passed into the Sutton family. So the Suttons stayed here living for a few generations until the 7th John Sutton. He ran into a bit of financial trouble and he actually had to sell off his land and titles, and he sold them to a relative, John Dudley, who the history buffs among you may recognise that name, as he was the guy that was sort of behind the whole plot to put Lady Jane Grey on the throne, the infamous 9 Days Queen. But while John Dudley owned the castle, he decided that he was going to turn it from this military fortress into more of the Tudor palatial residence that was befitting a man of his standing at the time. So in the 1500s, he built the Sharrington Range, which was a very posh, very opulent residential area in the castle. Although if you know the story of the 9 Days Queen, you'll know that John Dudley met a sticky end. And so after his passing, it passed back to the Sutton family. So during the English Civil War, the Royalists were garrisoned here, and if you know English history, you also know that the Royalists didn't come off too well, so again, the castle was slighted, just so the parliamentarians didn't have to deal with more Royalists down the line. After the castle was slighted and the Civil War ended, the Suttons regained control of the castle, but because it had kind of been left to ruin, they didn't stay here full time. And then in 1750, there was a fire in the castle and it burned, or was allowed to burn, for 3 days. And this is because there was a rumour that there was gunpowder stored somewhere in the castle, so obviously no one wanted to risk going and trying to put out the fire and getting too close and exploding, basically. And so that's how the castle has been left. The Suttons continued to own it, and then in 1937, the 3rd Earl of Dudley, he opened the Zoological Gardens to try and take a little bit of the financial strain of keeping up with the castle grounds. And so that is what is here today. It is Dudley Zoo, and then you can walk around the castle. In 1994, there was a cleaning lady in here called Christine Bullis. And she was on her hands and knees scrubbing the floor just in front of the coffin, and she just happened to look up and saw riding boots. So she just kind of like off the hand just went, "Oh, good morning." But she didn't get a good morning back. There was a light chuckle. And so obviously that was a bit weird. So she looked up, but there was nothing there. The figure was cut off at the riding boots. That's all she could see. At that moment, her sister came in, and she must have seen the riding boots as well, because just at that moment, they just disappeared. Both of the women had to go to the Queen Mary ballroom and have a strong cup of tea after that because they were so freaked out by what had just happened. So another phenomenon that's been reported quite a lot in this area is seeing dark shadows either out the corner of your eye or in the doorway area. And this is actually really interesting that this has been reported because Obviously the coffin has come from Dudley Priory, but in the 12th century, Dudley Priory was home to an order of Cluniac monks who used to wear the black monk's habit and cowl. So could these monks have come from Dudley Priory? But there is one entity that is the most famous of Dudley Castle, and that is the Grey Lady. And it is thought that she is Dorothy Beaumont, who was married to the second in command while the Royalists were stationed here during the Civil War. On the 13th of September 1644, Dorothy gave birth to a baby girl, Frances. Although Frances either died in childbirth or she died a few hours later, as it's recorded in church records that she was born and buried on the same day. So obviously losing a baby is really hard. Dorothy took it especially hard. And she actually passed away around the 26th of April 1646 of natural causes. And so obviously her dying wish was to be buried next to her baby, and that obviously her husband would be able to pay his final respects. But the problem was, within all this family turmoil, there was a civil war going on and the Royalists weren't exactly doing really well. The Royalist commander at the time, Sir Thomas Leveson, had actually ordered for St Edmund's Church to be destroyed, just so the parliamentarians couldn't use it as a vantage point, basically. And so that meant that Dorothy couldn't be buried with her baby.
Want to give a massive shout out to Haunted Houses Events once again.
Wicked.
Another
Dudley Castle.
Dudley Castle. Was it 2 years ago?
Best longer than that. Mind you, I was back 2 years ago.
I
We
think
were going
it-
12 months when we first come here.
Yeah, I think we were going. We had the channel for like 12 months.
Yeah. Would have you just got the Chris and Ben then?
Yeah, it was like the second location we did, I think. Wasn't it
Biggest
Dudley
one we've
Castle?
ever done this.
Yeah, great location, amazing. You would have heard about all the history at the very beginning of this video from our good friend Don't Scare Claire.
Hello Claire.
Hiya, you're
How
right.
the hell are you?
Very good, thank
That's
you.
very good.
Great to have you with us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
First paranormal investigation.
Yeah, you've got exclusivity.
Yeah, are you looking forward to it?
Absolutely, yeah, bring it
Brilliant. Hope you're not scared of the dark.
on. No, bring it on.
Great.
Big bear in the dark.
Right guys, let's go lights out and hopefully it's a good night. Okay, so Claire, how are you feeling in the dark?
Yeah, good. I mean, it's not pitch black, so that's okay. I can
Yeah.
kind of see around, but yeah, it definitely adds to the atmosphere, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Okay, so myself and Mark, we've been here before, around 2 years ago, we believe. Could be longer. But this is Claire's first time here. And it's her first time on a paranormal investigation. Looking for the ghost, the spirit of Dudley Castle, and we were wondering if you could make yourself known, please. Just for the benefit of the video, guys, we have got a radiator down here making a noise. So just ignore that. We know what that is.
Got Claire chewing a chewing gum. So
Is she chewing gum? How dare you chew chewing gum,
Dobbing
Claire?
me in. No chewing gum here.
So if you're watching us, you'll know that there's three of us. And what we're going to do now, if you can understand me, that is, we're going to introduce ourselves. And I'm going to start off by mentioning my name. My name's Mark.
My name's Paul.
My name's Claire.
So, would it be possible you could introduce yourself by making any noise you want to make? tapping noise, use your voice. Obviously, it'd be hard for you to understand me, but I would imagine if you've been roaming this castle for years and years, obviously you've seen people coming in with our accents, the way we speak English now. So obviously you might understand a bit more. So make a noise if you do. Just let us know that you're here. Is that somebody outside?
It sounded like someone outside.
Didn't it?
Somebody down there. Something down there, that was. Did you hear that, Claire?
Yeah.
If
Hello?
Have you just whistled, Paul?
No, it's my foot.
Did you hear whistle there?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I did, yeah. Sounded like almost as like a sneaker, like squeaking on the floor or something. Don't know what shoes Paul's got on, if he could do it.
That was weird, guys. To me, it sounded like someone was coming towards us, but it sounded like...
Have you got anything, Paul?
No, there's no one there.
Paul's way further than...
Have you just been squeaking on your trains?
Yeah, I nearly
I
tripped
thought it
up.
was.
No, I mean like a eat.
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah, was it do that? No, because you thought it was
What did it sound like to you?
a whistle.
No, not that. That's debunked, mate. That was me.
Yeah, no.
The noise that we heard up there, what did it sound like?
Sounded like somebody coming in, like talking, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like voices.
Voices.
I heard what sounded like walking.
And yeah, kind of as though somebody was coming in, but they were like talking and...
But I don't know how much we can hear of outside. That's
This
the
is
thing.
the problem. I mean,
But
I've checked
like-
outside, there's no one there.
Like Claire just said, they wouldn't be walking around yet, they aren't ready to move
No.
about outside, are they?
No.
That was weird, that was. Could
The,
be... that's-
do you know that other room? The keep, not the keep, the
Undercroft.
Undercroft. Is that close to you? Like,
Yes.
Is it connected?
Yeah, it's
can't-
quite close.
You know when you were doing the interview, Claire, did you hear, said you hear people behind you?
I thought I could hear them behind me. So
Yeah.
that might have been like the furthest room that we
See,
got to.
There's a
Yeah,
possibility,
but we
mate,
aren't
that
even...
it's-
No, are we?
No,
Right.
there's a possibility, mate.
Let's
that
go
it
back
could
up on
be-
there then, let's have a
Yeah.
look. Let's have a listen. See what the crack is. Just do another call out.
I mean, what's weird, Mark, is
We had this the same thing last time we were here.
on his previous visit, we never heard any voices from
No, we
there,
didn't, no.
did we? I don't know.
And this is what I'm saying, Paul, as well. We had the same thing last time, didn't we?
I mean, yeah, this was the best place last time. I just want to... Does this door lead to anywhere? Is that a fire
Let's be
exit?
quiet now for 10 minutes.
I want to open this door, man. That's locked.
That isn't...
It has got a fire exit sign, so it must lead outside.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm just hearing the heater.
Yeah, I'm hearing the heater.
If that was you walking about, or you were trying to communicate with us, could you do it again for us, please? I'm hearing voices or something. Can you hear it now again? Are you talking?
Do you want to come into this room with us? Is there any group like further over that way?
No.
Or is this the furthest?
No, basically, the group that are in the base room now, that's one group. We're the second group, and the other group is in the underkeep.
So which is that way?
I definitely heard a voice.
See, I didn't hear voices, but I heard what sounded like walking.
Yeah,
It's like talking, mumbling, wasn't it, Claire?
yeah. As if there's like a group going
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Might have been them coming out of the cafe, but
Is there another heater that way?
There is one that's constantly on down there that's like, it's not
So
clicking
it wouldn't
like
be
this.
that noise, no.
okay, if you're trying to communicate with us, could you copy me, please? Could you do this? Again. Can you hear talking? What is that?
I'm saying that's animals or something in them boxes, my noise. Honestly.
That's true, because there's mice
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, there's mice
Could
and
be.
everything in there.
Ah,
That's what it could be. It's definitely squeaking noise.
I mean, there's loads of little...
yeah, and they're going to be out and about
Yeah.
at night, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Ah,
Well, these mice.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's got to be more. I mean,
Yeah.
well, should we just stay in this bit? Or might we scare them off because we're here?
yeah, but I bet we will. We won't see nothing now, will we, down here?
No.
Yeah, but this isn't it. See that?
That's got to be the heater.
Yeah. Hear that? That's these little critters, man. What's in here?
It was like mice, I think.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah, look at... Is that one in there?
Let's go up the ramp, eh, then.
We're going to do a country file segment. Are they moving around?
I can't see any. I thought there was one inside the pot here.
I can't see anything moving around here. You'd see them, wouldn't you?
No. But there's like bits of half-eaten broccoli on the floor.
Yeah. But there's no sign of life at all in there, is there?
No.
They are in there, though.
Oh, they're in
definitely.
there, definitely.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
probably in the
I can
nest.
see them here.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we found the culprits.
There's like one that's just gone in the hay box and
Oh,
one's
there's one there,
by the
yeah,
store.
See
Oh,
him there, look at him. There he is, look.
they don't make a noise that big.
Yeah,
How
they do, mate. When they're running up and down, yeah.
When they're
will.
like fighting between
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah, so we're going to put them noises down to animals for now, guys. Little mice running about. Also, the noise from this heater here, it's dripping, it's blowing.
Do you know what?
It's doing a lot of noise in it.
If it isn't pigeons, it's mice.
With Doc Martin boots on.
And if it isn't mice,
No,
it's dogs. Isn't it?
If it isn't
Farmers.
dogs, it's people.
People.
Yeah, farmers.
And if it isn't dogs, people and mice, it's my stomach.
Yeah.
We're going to introduce ourselves first then, shall we? My name's Mark.
My name's Paul.
And I'm Claire.
And Claire knows all the history on this building, this castle.
She knows all about you. So come forward and meet us.
Is everything they say about you true? They say you extorted money out of people to help you build this castle.
There's a green light on your coffin. Make it flash. Go towards it. It won't harm you. Obviously in your day you'd never see anything like that, but I can promise you it won't harm you. Again, that's if you can understand me. Did you hear that?
What? Me breathing? Sorry, Mark, I won't breathe next time, mate.
Hold your breath.
Do you reckon it's time for the good old ghost tube?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the ghost tube in action, Claire?
I have not. I need a demonstration.
Oh, you need to use ghost tube. I mean, ghost tube's the best paranormal tool you could ever use. Am I right, Mark?
Yeah.
Everything that comes out of it's true. It's not. I'm just joking, guys. Let's stick that there.
Should we do an experiment and put mine on as well?
No, we'll just have one running, mate. I mean, two's too much.
You can start talking to
I
one.
mean, we get slated for one, never mind two.
Imagine that.
It's like your shoes
Yeah.
squeaking.
Frightening myself, I'm thinking.
Okay, so we've now put a mobile phone down on the... Did you hear that?
I thought it was down there. It's creaking noise, isn't it?
Yeah, I heard that.
Did you hear
that? Like it was like a grumble. I thought it was you.
No,
burping.
I just heard like the...
Okay, so we've now put a mobile phone down on the... Did you hear that? Okay, so we've now put a mobile phone down on the... Did you hear that?
Can you hear that down there?
Yeah, that's a radiator, mate.
Is that the radiator?
Yeah.
No?
I'll have to listen to that back. It might have been my voice echoing.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Have you heard how it's echoing?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Any noise in here now, even any swallow.
yeah, the acoustics is...
God, imagine being in a band in here.
So we have put a device down, a mobile phone, with an application running on it. You won't know what any of that means. That'll be like algebra is to me, to you. What I've just said. Yeah.
You to me to you.
But it's said that you can use that device to talk to us. We don't believe that you can, but we use it just to see. Because after all, it's just an experiment. So could you please tell us your name? Paul. Oh, it's all
right.
kicking off.
Yeah,
That's my name, yes, thank you.
strange. Could you tell God almighty. Could you say my name?
Can you tell us who's the coffin in the corner?
What the fuck?
Is there a heater over there?
What the fuck?
Is there a heater over there?
If that was you, could you do that again, please?
sounded like something being thrown.
Yeah, like a bit of plaster dropping or something.
Yeah.
Could have been plaster dropping, I don't know. Because there's armour down there, don't forget, isn't there?
Yes.
So, if something was thrown, you set the armour at it. Are you throwing things? Is that the only way you can communicate with us? If so, do it again.
Stop recording.
No.
No, I'm not really stopping recording. You make us stop recording. Is that why you threw something down there? Do it again if that was you.
That sounded like something did ping off the armour.
Off the armour, mate. It was like...
All right, Claire.
Yeah, because it was over in that area.
I mean, the camera was pointing that way as well.
Was it?
Yeah. I hope to God we've caught something there. I mean, we have got to take into consideration this little radiator here is making all like
That
tingling
was
noises.
definitely not a radiator. It was
But
definitely...
that was different.
louder.
There's
was
no
different.
radiator over there, is there? Oh, there is.
There
There's one
is.
Yeah,
there,
but that
it was
wasn't-
more
that's-
that way.
It
Yeah,
was
but
over
I'm just
there.
saying that over there wasn't... That radiator hasn't been on, has it?
No.
But over there is all that armour. And there's nothing up there. It could have dropped. Something could have dropped.
Let's go have a look. Let's go have a look.
Something could have dropped off the ceiling, couldn't it? But it was just I don't know. Is anything foul?
I mean, there is little tiny bits, when you look, little tiny bits of brick and stuff here. So it is possible that,
Yeah,
you know, it's
could have
natural,
Because it's a bit damp up there, a bit, Paul, but you don't know, do you?
and that's just a bit of fluff, that is dust. or
Is there anything, any bricks around there? Yeah, look at all that dust there.
There's a lot of dust, yeah.
Yeah. But that's
Well-
not solid enough to make the noise
Make
it
the
did.
noise it did, yeah.
Wait, what's that? Oh no, that's just a
That's
part
where
of dust.
someone swept up into it.
Oh no. Oh no.
That was interesting. That was really loud, guys.
Yeah, there's bricks on the floor, isn't there?
Yeah, it's like bits of plaster, isn't it?
Yeah, so give me a little bit piece of that plaster or something with a little bit of that brick.
I want you to go.
Ghost tube's kicking off.
It's all just like dusty.
Yeah, it's not big enough to make that
No.
noise. It's like sand, almost. If you want us to go, then make us go.
That was a quite loud bang, whatever it was, wasn't it? It was quite loud.
Right, mate,
Good.
kill the lights. Let's stand quiet.
Right, I'll sit down 5 minutes.
Okay, so we believe we've heard something being thrown. That's what it sounded like. But we can't be sure. So I'm asking if you could please do that again for us. We totally respect you.
We're only here to find the truth. And we want to know whoever that was who threw that at that... Oh God, I'm all over the place again. God, don't have to excuse me. In other words, do it again. I'm not rambling on anymore. If that was you, and you threw something at that army, do it again. Or knock like this. Come on, if that was you, you obviously can do it again.
It's See that noise there? Is that the radiator?
That's what I keep hearing down there, that thing. It's got to be the radiator, hasn't it? Is it warm?
No, it's cold.
See, it could be like that.
The thing is, though, when
That, I don't know. Would have seen bits of brick anyway down there, wouldn't you, for making it that?
it just sounded like something.
So just throw somebody throw something like that.
Right, I need to do a battery change because this is drained so quick.
That's weird, isn't it?
It doesn't usually drain that quick.
That quick, does it?
But bear in mind, I've been doing the B-roll off this
Yeah,
camera,
of course,
so going to do a battery change, and I think we should have the static camera facing that way now,
Yeah.
just because of what we've heard,
Oh, I didn't put
Yeah.
the K2 down there.
and the K2, yeah.
That's a good idea.
But I mean, we all heard what we heard.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you now, that was either something falling from the ceiling, or something's gone. 'Cause that's how it bounced, didn't it?
There was like three
Yeah,
noises,
like it rebounded off something.
like a noise of something moving,
Yeah.
then the ting, and then the initial noise after the ting, as though it had dropped on the floor.
That's my stomach.
Weird.
This is what I'm saying. You can't. Yeah. We're debunking this, but how do we know?
Well, we haven't debunked it yet, mate.
You know what I mean?
because-
Well, we more or less are, aren't we? Because we say it's things
Yeah,
coming from the ceiling. But
yeah,
what
we're
I'm
coming
saying is, what's it things coming from the ceiling?
Right, so we've set up the static cam facing towards the back wall, towards the armour, where we've heard what sounded like something being thrown.
Or falling from the ceiling.
Or falling from the
Something.
ceiling, yeah. I mean, it could all have been just a coincidence, guys, and a natural occurrence, but we won't know for sure until I can listen back. Even then, probably won't know for sure, but we will try his best to debunk it. But
Let's hope the camera you were holding.
sorry, mate.
Let's hope that camera caught something.
Yeah, I mean, the camera was facing that way, so hopefully it has captured something. But other than that, Ghost Tube's been kicking off.
Said your name.
Yeah, it said my name, so
Who knows?
who knows? But like we always say, guys, it's just an app. We don't take it serious. People do think we take it serious, but we don't.
I do.
Mark does. He doesn't.
I think it's great.
So yeah, we're going to have another call out, and let's see if anything else happens. Okay, so we've heard a noise. Sounded like something being thrown or dropped on the armour. If that was someone inside this room, can you please do it again?
Come and join us. We'll introduce ourselves to you again if you like. My name's Mark.
My name's Paul.
And I'm Claire.
If you're still here, make some kind of noise. Introduce yourself again. If that was you throwing that brick or whatever you threw.
There is constant drippage next to you in the mark.
Yeah.
We've seen that. I mean, that click is the radiator.
It's got to be, hasn't it?
100%.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
one there, isn't there?
Yeah, there's actually two there, Claire. There's one just by the window there, and there's one just here. But that noise we heard was
That was loud,
definitely
that was, that
Over
noise.
there.
on that back wall. Yeah.
All I can think of, Paul, or then we'll leave it down to the viewers, all I think is, there's damp up there, isn't there? Now, if
Yeah.
it's leaking through with it being raining, it's leaking, it's obviously dropped a piece of plaster or something, it's fell. But there's nothing on the stage part, is there, where it's fell?
No.
That's the weird thing about it. There's nothing there, is there?
No.
We've looked on the floor.
There's nothing there big enough to make
Big
that
enough to make that
noise.
kind of noise. If that was you that threw something at the army, would it be possible you could do it again for us, please? Or could you copy me?
There's a small coffin here. We've put a red light inside it. And if you go towards that light, it'll change colour. Would that be possible?
Because we don't know who you are, who was buried in the small coffin.
Does that remain a mystery, does it, Claire? That
As
one.
far as I could tell, I couldn't see whose it was. I might be wrong.
Well, we don't know anyway, do we? That's for sure. So, yeah, it's a mystery to us.
But if it is yours, could you go stand next to the red light?
And the other mystery is, you must have been a giant to fit in the other coffin. My
Yeah.
God.
Or like we said earlier,
Could he have his armour on?
he could have been buried with his armour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's so big. I mean, that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
Or he was one big fella.
So, if they found the coffins, obviously they haven't found the skeleton, have they? We don't know, do you?
They were excavated, weren't they?
Yeah.
So I don't know if the skeleton would have degraded away, maybe. Because I don't know if they've got
Surely
the
if
lid with
they
them.
would have found a piece of armour if he was buried with his armour there as well, I suppose. I don't know, because you're buried in one spot and the earth moves, doesn't it? The ground moves, so
Of course it does.
that being stone, that wouldn't have moved really far, would it?
No.
I don't know.
There's been a pair of legs seen in here.
She's got legs. She knows how to move them. Can you show us your legs?
Where were they seen, Claire? They were seen down here, weren't they? somewhere?
Yes, just seen near the large coffin.
Okay.
So the cleaning lady was on her hands and knees and just looked up into her line of sight, and they were there near the coffin.
Could you show me your legs, please? I never thought I'd have to say that. But
We'd like to see your boots.
I thought you said something else
I
then.
thought you said so. I thought, here we go.
Or maybe we could hear your boots walking around this room.
And the song, these boots are made for walking. That was Nancy Sinatra, wasn't it?
I think so.
Can you hear noises?
That's a car revving outside.
Yeah.
Was it?
Why just the legs? Why did you feel the need to show someone your legs? Was there a reason?
Was it because the coffin was split in half?
That's a great point, actually, Claire.
Yeah.
That's a great point. I wonder why. I mean, I'm wondering if the coffin just naturally broke, maybe,
Yeah,
but
Over time with
yeah.
the ground, maybe.
I mean, if you see here, guys, there is a large split in the big coffin.
I wonder if somebody was buried in the same coffin together.
I mean, that's quite possible as well, yeah. Good shout, man. It's possible, isn't it?
Because they used to, didn't they, back in the day?
Yeah, they used to be buried together. Yeah.
Because you've seen, like, on YouTube and things like that, when they cuddle together, aren't they, like the skeletons? Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. It's so sad. This is our friend Claire's first paranormal investigation. She's very interested in all the history. And it would be amazing for you to do something and for her to leave here asking questions.
I've read so much about your lives in this castle. It'd be really good if you could show me that you're still here.
Right, guys, great night once again. Want to give a massive shout out to Haunted Houses Events. Amazing company, aren't they?
Brilliant, absolutely fantastic.
Look after us everywhere we go. Roll out the red carpet for us, don't they?
Yeah.
Really looked after us. And if
Well,
it
you
wasn't
keep
for them,
Sorry.
and if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to investigate these amazing places. So thank you so much, Chris and Ben,
Yeah.
and all
Great
of the
guys.
Haunted Houses team. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, they're really good tonight. Aren't they?
Yeah. It's been interesting. We've had something happen that's questionable, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah, you don't know. do you?
it was good.
It's one of them, isn't it? It's
Can't wait to look back at it on full screen and listen back to it enhanced to see if we can try and debunk it, as we always do. But if not, then who knows? It could have been paranormal.
Claire could have been at the first
Yeah, paranormal experience.
experience.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But please don't forget to check out Don't Scare Claire. Subscribe to her channel, show her your support. Let's get her up to, what are you on now, Claire? 1.5?
Like 1,500, yeah.
1,500.
something
Let's get a
like that.
5k. Come on, guys. Everyone get across. Get 5k on there. Well deserved, honestly. She knows her history, love her videos. So yeah, check them out. Subscribe to her channel. I'll leave the link in the description. But yeah, it's been great.
Brilliant. Chris and
Yeah.
Ben, where's our banner? This
Still-
have come and we haven't seen the banner.
Still going on about the banner, lads.
You know it's on, boys. You know it makes sense.
Claire, what did you think?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was really good and yeah, interesting to finally do an investigation,
Yeah,
see what it's all about. Very
Brilliant.
good. So thank you very much for the invite. We
no
really
problem. It's
appreciate
been a
it.
pleasure. Thank you. Good night, all.
Good night, guys.
Good
Night.
night.